Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Harry Muppet. Welcome back to another Starcraft 2 Daily Masters. And my mute button is bloody broken again. Oh. Yes, it's all working again. Stupid application. But yeah, it's worth getting it working again, because then if I have to cough or do something other disgusting, you won't be able to hear it because it will be muted. So everybody's a winner. And let's check out this game. It is a very interesting game. It's from WCS Season 2. They've released the replays. I just saw it today when I logged into Starcraft 2, and I'm like, wow, more replays. Because the last time I got them was WCS Season 1, so I only get them from WCS now. The other sites I've been looking at don't upload anything, so it's a bit of a pain, but this will be awesome. So enough talking, let's introduce the players. Down the bottom left side of the map, it is Mr. Pigbaby. He is 21 years of age, from South Korea. Doesn't currently play for a team. But yeah, his opponent up the top right side of the map is Bomber, who is 26 years of age, from South Korea, sponsored by Red Bull. And what's really interesting about this game is it's the grand final of the WCS America for Season 2. So Bomber, of course, one of the best. Pigbaby, relatively unknown, but apparently he won this series 4-3, beating Bomber out to become the WCS America Grand Champion. And that's pretty incredible, because Bomber is one of the best, and Pigbaby, I mean, who is this guy? What is he? I don't know, man. He's I'm looking at his history in Wikipedia. He doesn't really have much, just a little. He doesn't have, I mean, Wings of Liberty didn't really have much, just like 1 or 2 tournaments. Heart of Swarm quite a bit more, but it seems like he's an extremely awesome player. And yeah, he was part of Jin Air Green Wings up until about April this year, and then he was no longer part of it. So very interesting to see his playstyle, see what he gets up to in this game. Does look like he's going to be getting a Stargate and a Nexus, which is pretty awesome. And going up against Bomber, it looks like he's going for some straight up Triple M action. Actually, it looks like he's going for some very, very fast Triple M action. Going to get down the 3rd barracks. Not even worrying about a factory yet, so maybe looking to put some very, very early pressure on Pigbaby. See if he can knock him over. I think this is like game 4 in the series or something like that, but yeah, there is one game in this series which is half an hour long. It's on my to-do list, so that will get done probably a bit sooner than the other ones, but I don't know. It's all up in the air at the moment, so it could get done sooner, could get done later. But I definitely am excited to be checking out Pigbaby and seeing exactly what he is capable of, because I know what Bomber is capable of, and anybody who can take him out 4-3 is got to be a pretty epic series. Almost epic to be casting the entire series, but then again, some of the games are pretty short, so you know they're going to be like cannon rushes or proxy barracks or something dodgy like that, and I don't know if we want to waste our time casting those. So we will cast a couple of the other games in this series, of course, and yeah, it's going to be awesome. So yeah, it's good to cast a full series, because the players do change their tactics based on the performance of the previous game, and it's really, really fun to analyze that, to say this guy did this, now this guy's doing that, and it introduces the mindset of the players, and it's really, really awesome to try and take that into consideration. But then you have the series where they've got all the klutzy games that nobody wants to watch, and so there's an upside and the downside. But if you really want to see the full analysis of people going through series, then you've got the Hairy Bash. And if you just want to see the awesome games, then you've got the Daily Masters. So you do get the best of both worlds, just not for everybody. But anyway, Pigbaby going for carriers for some reason. The fuck? That is absolutely crazy, and I don't know why he's doing it, and I don't think he's going to help versus all those Marines, man. Bomber going nuts with these guys, facing carriers, and the carriers are just going to be blown out of the sky like bits of scrap metal against this many Marines. There's no way that Pigbaby is going to be able to hold this off. I mean, I think I picked a game which is a decent length, but it may still be a dodgy one. Although it doesn't finish at the 10-minute mark, so Pigbaby presumably will survive this. But it's going to be interesting to see. The first carrier is nearly going to be out. Nexus Overcharge doing a great job at wiping stuff out. He's got the workers back. The first carrier is out. The workers going nuts. This is how Pigbaby survives. Workers and a carrier backing up. And he has killed a lot of Marines with all of those workers. But damn, how much has he lost here? That's the crazy amount there. Alright, so we lost a fair amount for Bomber. Pigbaby, 14 workers. My god. Yeah, he kept himself in the game, but damn, that was a ton of workers. And he's got 2 carriers out and a 3rd on the way. And those 3 carriers are really going to have to help him limp along for so long because his income is not as bad as it could be. He's about 12 behind, which is where you'd expect, but he's not super far back. However, Bomber looking very, very strong in this game. And he knows that there are carriers out on the map, so Vikings are going to be coming out very, very soon. And I don't know if he's even going to bother building that many of them, because carriers, man, I mean, why would you build them? Why would you keep building them? It seems like such a stupid unit to build. I've never seen a game with carriers in it since Wings of Liberty. I literally have not seen a game with carriers in it. They're just like a dead unit. Nobody builds them anymore. Absolutely nobody. And there's a good reason for it. I mean, they're slow. Their attack rate leaves a lot to be desired. I mean, it's a case of, with Marines, for example, the interceptors run out, they attack something. When that something dies, they run back in. That's different from the Brood War, where the interceptors ran out and they just kept hitting things. Even when they die, they just keep hitting things. So now carriers, if you attack Marines, a carrier shoots out all 8 of its interceptors. Marine dies in half of a quarter of a second, and then the interceptors fly all the way back to the carrier. And then they fly out again. That's a huge turnaround, flying in and out to kill a Marine, and that's it. So the carriers are not all that good, although they may have changed that behavior. That's how it used to be in Wings of Liberty. Maybe they did change that behavior. We'll have to keep a close eye on these carriers, because if they run out and they just attack and they don't come back in after they've destroyed anything, then that is a huge boost to the carrier potential for damage. And I would really, really like to find out if that is the case, because then it means, wow. Suddenly carriers are a lot better than they previously were. But anyway, he's going in, he's making a move, could possibly get flanked here. The carriers are a little bit open, but are the Marines fast enough to catch them? He got a beautiful scan, sees exactly where he is. Bomber, is he going to go around and attack Pigbaby's base? Is he going to flank here? It's a little bit hard to flank the carriers, but definitely hitting them on the open is much better than hitting them straight at the stalkers. Here we go, going in. And here we go. These guys, it does look like they have been changed. They're not moving back to the carrier every single turn, which is great. And suddenly they're doing a really, really good job. Bomber has decided not to go for any sort of Vikings, but then again, he scarcely seemed to need them in this battle. The Marines are making themselves known and just straight up pressure. So really, really good job. And yeah, I gotta say though, I mean, losing all these units, I mean, the carriers were better than I expected. They have been changed. Maybe they got changed like 6 months ago and I just didn't realize because nobody plays them. But definitely the fact that they don't run back to the carrier after every attack is a huge bonus. Nevertheless, they still got owned by Bomber, and Bomber did have a macro advantage and he did have a lot of forces out there. So maybe it's not such a big surprise that the carriers did get owned, but I don't know. I don't think carriers are going to come back into mainstream play anytime soon. I think there's still going to be a bit of a problem child, like the little fat child that sits in the corner and just eats all day instead of studying or playing sports or anything productive. And yeah, just yeah, I don't know. I just do not know. Maybe I would guess that Pigbaby was up in this game and he just thought, you know what, I'll just throw something crazy out there. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. And if it works, then it's beautiful. And if it doesn't work, I can still get back. And Bomber just shut him down. But there we go, carriers in the Daily Masters. If you've seen that, then you've seen absolutely everything, except a mothership cloaking carriers, which we have not seen in quite some time. But that would be interesting as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this game. I hope you did enjoy watching the carriers make a comeback only to get owned by Marines. And I will see you guys tomorrow for another game. Stay tuned. This has been Hairy Muppet. Hope you enjoyed this game.